Hello and welcome. I'm Juliana Kawauchi from Let's Study Eikaiwa, and today we're going to practice a little bit of writing for the EIKEN Grade 2 test, the writing task, and today we will see two writing passages and two sample summaries, and hopefully by the end of this video, you will have learned some strategies to summarize, to make the passage shorter, and also some keywords that will help you connect your ideas. But before we start, I would like to thank you for watching my videos. And if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, give this video a like, and if you really find it helpful, share with friends that are also taking or going to take the EIKEN Grade 2 test. Let's get started. Okay, today the first thing we have to do is understand the passage carefully. So before you start writing, take about 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes to read it carefully. Okay, find the main idea and the key details, the supporting ideas. So how do we find the main idea? Usually it's at the very beginning of the passage, and the main idea is the one that during the passage we are going to have details that will always go back to that topic and either give advantages or disadvantages about that. Okay, so that is our main idea, and the advantages and disadvantages, the examples, or the key details. So we will underline and select which ones we are going to use in our piece of writing. So we will start organizing. It is not necessary to include all the key details, because if we do, we will most likely write over the number of words, which is between 45 to 55 words. Well, now that I've given you some tips, let's move on and read our passage, understand it, and understand the main idea and pick the supporting ideas, the key details. In many countries, people are using online shopping more and more. It allows them to buy products such as clothes, books, and food from their homes. Online shopping has some good points. For example, it saves time because people do not have to go to stores. It is also easy to compare prices on different websites, and sometimes people can find cheaper products online. In addition, many websites offer home delivery services, which are very convenient for busy workers or families. However, there are also some problems. One problem is that people cannot check the real quality of a product before buying it. For example, the item may look different from the picture on the website. Another problem is that online shopping can make people buy things they do not actually need, since ordering takes only a few clicks. Because of this, some people spend too much money without realizing it. So this can really be an issue, right? But let's understand our passage, okay? The first thing, what is the passage about? That's what we have to ask ourselves. And as we go back, we can see that we have the good points and the bad points about online shopping, right? So I can only conclude that the main idea is online shopping. And in the first sentence it says, in many countries, people are using online shopping more and more. So this means that the number of online shoppers is increasing. Okay, so this is my main idea. The number of online shoppers is increasing. And we can give some examples. What do these shoppers buy? They buy products such as clothes, books, and food. Now we have to ask ourselves, what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages? Okay, so let's start with some good points. What are these good points? It saves time, okay? It's also easy to compare prices on different websites. And many websites offer home delivery services, and this is very convenient. So I have highlighted not only my main idea, but also my key details. Now we're going to move on to the next passage that starts with however. And here I know that however is a contrast, so if we were talking about the advantages, now we're going to go to the disadvantages. What are these problems? The first thing, people cannot check the real quality of products before buying it. This is an issue. What's the next problem? Online shopping can make people buy things they do not actually need. This is another issue. And because of this, right, as a consequence, some people might spend too much money. Now that we have collected all the information that we need, we're going to start putting that into a passage, a summary, okay? So we have to look for synonyms for similar words so we can replace, because we're not supposed to copy long sentences. We can copy passages of the passage, the original passage. We can copy phrases, and we should use synonyms, okay? Also, we should connect information using linking words, and because of this, as a result, okay? So let's take a look at our summary. Summarizing, I will start by saying that online shopping is increasing, okay? The number of online shoppers is increasing around the world. People can buy clothes, books, and other products. It also allows them to compare prices, and some stores offer delivery services. However, consumers cannot verify the quality of an item before buying it. In addition, online shopping can cause people to buy more than they need, and as a result, some people spend too much money. So here I wrote a pretty long summary. Remember that we should write somewhere in between 45 to 55, but I left this because many times when we begin summarizing, it's hard to reach the exact number of words. So it's necessary that you understand that after you have summarized, if you realize that you have too many words, you are going to summarize your summary again, okay? So it's a technique that I like to use to improve my summaries. This makes them each time shorter, okay? Shorter each time. So this is very helpful. So let's get this long one and turn it into a small one. A short one. Well, here I have highlighted the words that I am either going to remove or I'm going to rephrase, okay? I'm going to restructure the sentence. The first word that I will remove at the very top is around the world. I don't have to use this. I just want to focus that the number of online shoppers is increasing. So that's what I'm gonna do. The number of online shoppers is increasing. People can buy clothes, books, and other products. They can also compare prices and use delivery services. So notice how this sentence right here, it also allows them to compare prices. I just wrote it again in a different way. They can also compare prices. I made it a little shorter. And some stores offer delivery services. So I removed "and some stores" and I just said they can also compare prices and use delivery services. On in my original passage, I used "on the other hand," but here we have 4 words, so I reduced it into "however," only 1 word. The underlined word, I can keep consumers. I just used shoppers to show you guys, to help you guys build up vocabulary, because they are synonyms, so you can use either of them. So the same thing works for verify and check. Verify means check something more carefully, so we can use them interchangeably in this case. However, shoppers cannot check the quality before buying. In addition, online shoppers can sometimes buy more than they need and spend too much money. So the same thing here, online shopping can cause people. I removed can cause people. I just said online shoppers can sometimes buy more than they need. And I also removed as a result, and I just kept and. Okay, so they can buy more than they need and spend too much money. In this way, I reduced my passage from 74 words to 53, and it's perfect for the task because we have to write within 55 words. Okay? Guys, if you have any questions, okay, any comments, any suggestions, I will be happy to hear them. Just drop them in the comment box and I will get back to you guys. And we're gonna go to our next passage. Before we do, don't forget to share this video, give it a thumbs up, and of course, if you are new, subscribe to the channel, okay? Our second passage talks about communication, social media. And let's do the reading and the same thing. We'll select the main idea and the supporting details. As technology improves, ways to communicate have become more diverse. Nowadays, social media plays a significant role in our life, in our daily lives. Especially among young people, it has become a popular way to communicate with others. Why do so many young people like it? One reason is that social media helps them feel connected to other people. They can chat with friends anytime and share messages, pictures, or videos. Social media also helps them learn new things. They can find new ideas from people outside their local community. However, there are some problems. It can affect mental health. Some young people start to feel they are not good enough when they compare themselves to others on social media. Moreover, if young people share too much personal information online or talk to strangers, they might end up in dangerous situations. They have to be aware of these risks when using social media. So, throughout the passage, we hear a lot the word social media. So we conclude that our main idea is social media. Okay, how technology has improved social media and how it's important for young people, right? They are the ones that like to use it a lot. So let's go and pick the pieces of information that we should include in our writing. As I said before, what is the passage about? Always ask yourself this, and then you will find your main idea. Okay, so social media and how it plays a significant role in our lives, especially among young people. This is our main idea. All right, and then we ask ourselves, what are the advantages? The advantages are here, okay? Actually, why do people like it? And what are the advantages of social media for young people? Well, it helps them feel connected to other people. What else? They can chat with friends, share messages. And notice that here, I just use these two because remember that I said before that we will not use all the ideas because if we do, we will go way over the number of words. So I left out pictures and videos. Now let's go to our problems. What are the disadvantages? What are the issues with social media? First, it can affect mental health. Are there any other issues? Yes. When can it affect mental health? I'm sorry about this. When teens or when young people compare themselves to others. Are there any other problems? Yes. It can be risky if we share too much information online or talk to strangers, okay? So here I have selected the important information, and then we can start writing. This passage is pretty big, so I divided into 2 slides, the first paragraph and the second paragraph. So let's go to the first paragraph. Okay. Just a minute, I see that it's cutting a little bit of the paragraph here, so just a second. Okay, I'm back. I believe that now you guys can see it well. And let's go to our first paragraph. Let's summarize this. I have highlighted the important details, and we're going to use it to start our first passage, our first paragraph. Social media has become important in daily life, especially for young people. It helps them stay connected by chatting and sharing messages. So here, notice how I connected, okay, the pieces of, information that I highlighted. In the original passage, social media plays a significant role in our lives, especially among young people. So I just wrote that social media has become important. Significant and important are synonyms, they're similar. So has become important in daily life, and I connected with especially for young people, not among young people, but especially for young people. All right. And then I gave some examples. Why? Because it helps them stay connected. How? By chatting. If we use by, use ing, by chatting and sharing messages. Now, our second paragraph, which shows the issues of social media. And here it goes, okay? What are the problems? We're gonna start with however, okay? However, it can harm mental health when people compare themselves to others. There are also risks such as oversharing personal information or communicating with strangers. So notice how I used here the word oversharing, which means sharing too much. The original passage uses dangerous. I selected the word risks, okay? So it is dangerous. It means that there are risks. And I used communicating with strangers, okay? So I was able really to select the important information and put it in my paragraph in a very smooth and clear way. Now let's see both of them together. Okay, I'm back. And here is my passage, 52 words long. Social media has become important in daily life, especially for young people. It helps them stay connected by chatting and sharing messages. However, it can harm mental health when people compare themselves to others. There are also risks such as oversharing personal information or communicating with strangers. this passage is perfect. I was able to make clear, I was able to pick the original details from the original passage, of course, and shorten it in a way that the reader knows exactly the advantages and disadvantages. And this is what you should do. Okay, so always remember, prepare yourself before you start writing. And if you write too much, do it again and again until you get used to reaching the correct number of words. And of course, if you go over a little bit, like 3 or 4 words, that's okay. But always try to stay within the number of words asked, because you are showing the examiners that you have enough vocabulary to reduce the passages, okay? And to express your ideas without using long sentences or long passages. And this is what they are looking for. They are evaluating you for this. I hope this was helpful. And if you guys have any questions, okay, any requests, let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time, guys. Good luck on the test, and I wish you all the best. Bye bye.